Wednesday, March 18th, 2020. It's been a while, hasn't it? Over a year since my last update, in fact. In classic incel fashion, I just lied down and rot, as they say. I did not make much of an effort to change my life, and I neglected these audio diaries that were supposed to keep me motivated and liable for my progress. I did make one breakthrough, though. More on that later. In my first video, I listed a bunch of goals I wanted to reach. They were to move out of my parents' house, make friends that I hang out with regularly, enter a relationship with a girl, and lose my virginity to an escort at a Nevada brothel if I can't find a girlfriend. I still don't have any friends. I never made an effort to meet people. I obviously still don't have a girlfriend either. I did put somewhat of an effort on this. While I never tried meeting women outside, I used online dating regularly and have been using it since the beginning of 2019. I message girls about every other day, but to very little luck. Sometimes I would get a reply and then nothing. Sometimes there would be some back and forth messaging, but when I asked them out on a date, I'd get ghosted. But mostly, it's very little matches and not many responses. Last week, though, I actually went on my first date. A girl actually messaged me first for once. We talked about video games and the city that we lived in. I asked if she wanted to meet for coffee and she agreed. I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to stall for too long out of fear that she would lose interest, so I asked her to meet me on a Tuesday, which was a work day for me. Her pictures on her profile were all selfies. I had a bit of a fear that she might be obese. She was also quite young, 22 years old, and I'm 27 now, almost 28. I never messaged girls younger than 24, but I thought I should just meet her anyways because an opportunity like this might not come again. I arrive at the coffee shop at 10 o'clock sharp, the time we agreed to meet. She's running a bit late because she missed her bus, so she took an Uber. She arrives 10 minutes after me. She's really pretty. Thin white girl, blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes, with a kind of nerdy look to her. She's a big gamer and we talked about that quite a bit. She explained she had social anxiety, but she was so talkative. She pretty much dominated the conversation. After 2 hours of talking, I had to leave. It was a very awkward and abrupt goodbye. As I rode the bus home, I texted her to apologize for leaving like that, and she said she understood. I thought it went alright, but apparently it didn't. I texted her a couple days afterwards to see if she wanted to do something on the weekend, but there was no reply. I'm not sure why. Maybe someone else caught her eye. Maybe the way I left ticked her off, or maybe I just wasn't the kind of person she expected me to be. My OkCupid profile does make me look a lot cooler than I am. Either way, it wrecked my self-esteem. For the next couple of days, I would dwell on it for hours, think of all the things I should have done differently. I got my hopes up too high. I deleted all the dating apps off my phone. I'll come back to it eventually, but I need to take a little break from it all. I changed my plan of going to a Nevada brothel. Traveling out is pretty expensive. Plus, this coronavirus thing makes things a little complicated. And the escorts themselves are incredibly expensive as well. Instead, I'm going to seek out a local escort. I've been browsing through the escort sites, and I have a few that I'd like to meet. I plan on doing it in April. Now, my last goal, to move out of my parents' house. I did it. I bought a house, and I moved in just a couple days ago. It's a huge house, 2 stories, 3 bedrooms. It's way too big for just me. I may have roommates someday, but I want to be alone for a bit first. It's pretty awesome living alone, but I know this won't do anything about my incel status. Still, it's fun shopping around for furniture and thinking about all the ways to decorate the house. Good for keeping my mind off this stuff. So now I'm 27. In my first video, I said I looked the best I ever had in terms of physical attractiveness, but now my appearance has really went down the drain. My hair has been thinning rapidly, and my hairline has receded a bit. It's not too bad, but it's getting there. I had a horrible acne breakout a few months back, and while the pimples are gone, it left some terrible scars that are probably permanent. I haven't been lifting and eating well, also because of all this depression I've been feeling. I've lost quite a bit of muscle mass, and I have a bit of a gut now. I hate looking at myself in the mirror. Still, I'm somewhat a little hopeful that it's not over yet. COVID-19 has caused the city to shut down a lot of businesses temporarily, so I can't really get out there to meet people. But when this all blows over, and hopefully it does soon, I'm going to get back at it. And I'm going to start uploading these more regularly as well. Until next time, guys, thanks for listening.